Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Hey, this is EAJ-Man from Autopsy Live and the Skype Pirates. When I want to make it look like I don't give a shit about sports, I tune into Sports World Radio with Jeff Eskow.
Jeff
Doing about time. Doing about time. Got myself a problem.
Live from San Diego, it's Sports World Radio. You've never heard a sports show like this. Oh, no, you haven't.
Oh, blow me.
You got it.
Holy fucking shit.
What in the hell is your major malfunction?
Can't believe that goddamn son of a bitch did that fucking crap.
Don't give me any of your shit.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. Those are your hosts, Jeff Eskow and Sean Mann. Remember, those who can't play sports, talk about it. These two tell it like it is. Tune into Sports World Radio for the fastest hour of sports of your life. So here they are, the douchebags of sports themselves, Jeff Eskow and Sean Mann.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Live from San Diego, it's Sports World Radio. You've never heard a sports show like this. Oh, no, you haven't.
Oh, blow me.
You got it.
Holy fucking shit.
What in the hell is your major malfunction?
Can't believe that goddamn son of a bitch did that fucking crap.
Don't give me any of your shit.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. Those are your hosts, Jeff Eskow and Sean Mann. Remember, those who can't play sports, talk about it. These two tell it like it is. Tune into Sports World Radio for the fastest hour of sports of your life. So here they are, the douchebags of sports themselves, Jeff Eskow and Sean Mann.
Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to Sports World Radio. Glad everybody could be with us today. We got a jam-packed show for you guys today. Lots and lots to get to in the sports world. We've been taking a hiatus, technical difficulties the last several days. The encoder hasn't been working, but it seems like it is working now, so we are back for your enjoyment. Jeff Eskow, and I'll let you know who's joining me in just a minute. Let's get all the particulars out of the way. You're listening to Sports World Radio on SportsWorldRadio.com. That's right, SportsWorldRadio.com. We're being simulcasted on HonestAnswerRadio.com, GoodandPlentyRadio.com, and I believe Philly Beerman Radio as well. So join us over there too. Follow us on Twitter over there at twitter.com/SportsWorldRadio. Like us over there at facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio. You want to get in touch with the show and you're a Skype user? Head to SportsWorldRadio.com. Head on over to SportsWorldRadio.com. Click the red icon in the left-hand corner that says Call Now, and you'll be directed right to the show for Skype users only. If you want to give us a call, 619-663-3715. 619-663-3715 is the number. Now, with all that out of the way, what do you say? Hey, that's right, Vacation Boy is back. We bring in Sean Mann, the update man. What's going on there, Schmedley?
Hello, Jeff, and welcome everybody to Sports World Radio. It's great to be back here on this Wednesday, June 4th, 2014. It is 6:03 p.m. on the East Coast, which makes it 3:03 p.m. on the West. And for all you people living in the Central, really figure that stuff out for yourself, because I am tired of explaining it to you.
You tell him, Sean.
Weather is nice, Jeff. The weather is 77 degrees up here in the land of potatoes in Idaho. How's the weather in San Diego?
Gorgeous, man. It's freaking hot.
It is? I figured it would be.
Yeah, it's freaking like smoking hot out here, dude. It's like freaking like 85 degrees, 90 degrees. It's smoking freaking hot.
Yes, it is. It
tired
means that
of it,
summer is in the air.
Getting tired of it already, and it hasn't even begun yet, man. I'm getting tired of the heat already, man. You know? Holy freaking moly, Batman. So how was your vacation there, vacation boy?
It was good. I went to, I took a new Facebook profile picture, if you see it.
I saw that.
It wasn't a selfie. It was where my cousin took a picture of me.
I saw.
So I said, let's. How does that look?
I saw you put a picture up. I did see you put a picture up of you taking a selfie of yourself with a red tie, correct?
That's right. That's right.
I saw that picture. Boy, you got like 16,000 chins going on.
Hey, the profile picture one wasn't that bad, pal.
You got like 16 million chins, dude. You got to, I told you, when you take a selfie, look up.
Look up.
Look
well,
up.
What about the profile picture? I'm not getting any compliments for that.
I don't see no stinking profile. But what do I got to go to Sean Mann, the Update Man's profile page now?
Yeah, and you can take a look for yourself, but I'm
Sean's
standing
page.
in the middle of the field of
You are
dreams.
standing in the middle of the field. Where the hell did you go?
I went to Iowa, Cedar Rapids.
Iowa. Cedar Rapids. Did you get flooded out while you were there?
No, we didn't get any floods or anything. It was just hot and humid.
Hot and humid. Look at you with the striped shirt. At least the stripes are going the right way.
Yeah, and the black pants, the green shirt, and then I got a nice, a Red
You know
Sox
what?
hat, so I looked really good.
You want to know something? You want to know something? I kind of like that picture. You know why?
Why?
Because it's far enough away where you can't see your 16,000 chins.
Well, I made that an assignment. I said, Jeff's going to get on me eventually, continue to get on me, so I got to be creative and get those selfies out of the way.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great picture because you're far enough away from the camera where you can't see your 16,000 chins.
But, of course, this was good because this was at the Field of Dreams movie site.
Is that where you were at, the Field of Dreams?
Yep.
The Field of Dreams.
I created an album of that, too, so it was a good trip. I had a really good time.
Did you run the bases at the Field of Dreams?
I walked the bases.
Oh, come on. What are you, old?
Not old, just a nice little exercise so I could use, because I had my phone. I had to take pictures where I went.
Well, first what you do is you run the bases like you get up at home plate, you make believe you got a bat in your hand, and you swing the pitch, and you go, wow, whoa, there it goes. You're rounding first, waving your hands, woo. You run the bases like you hit a home run to win the World Series, dude. What's the matter with you? You have your family videotape that. See, I can't do that because I'm old.
Well, it doesn't hurt with a little bit of exercise.
A little bit of exercise. I can barely sit down for 2 hours, man. I've been having so many back problems, it's ridiculous. You want me to run the bases? I can't even freaking walk from my studio into my house without my back hurting. You want me to run the freaking jog the bases. What are you smoking over there?
I've been going easy on the dues.
You've been going easy on the dues.
But that was a better profile picture. Even my parents say, hey, that was a good one. Jeff will really appreciate that because nobody sees the chins.
Exactly. Nobody sees the chins.
Good.
I like that, Sean.
So hopefully I'm off the hook and stuff. Go eat your potatoes and drew your Mountain Dew. Thank you, Encyclopedia.
Nobody sees the chins. Go eat your potatoes and chew your...
That's what who are you telling that to, Encyclopedia Man?
That's not exercise, you rat bastard. Yes, it is exercise. My exercise is getting up out of the chair in the studio and walking into the house. That's exercise. And then, doing whether cooking or whatever, and then coming back outside, walking back outside, and sitting back down. That's my exercise for the day. Don't bother me.
That's funny. Anyway, we are ready to go for Sports World Radio. There's a lot of stuff that we have to get to, Jeff. One of our first stories that we get to, Super Bowl 50. It's Super Bowl 50, not L. How about this? The Roman Empire has fallen.
Good.
The NFL announced on Wednesday that Super Bowl 50 will be graphically represented using standard Arabic numerals instead of Roman numerals, which the league has been using since Super Bowl 5 in 1971. What's your take on that?
What's my take on that? Thank freaking goodness.
You're happy that Roger Goodell did that.
Yeah.
Finally, he does
Roman
something.
What do we live in? Greece?
We live in Greece. We
What
live
do
with
Roman
Roman numerals.
Roman numerals. What are Roman numerals? Let me ask you a question, okay?
Yeah.
And it's funny that you bring this up, Sean, because you know me. I'm up late at night, and sometimes I run into watching ESPN's Mike and Mike, correct?
Right. Mike and Mike in the morning.
Right. And they were talking about this yesterday morning, okay? And I wanted to talk about it yesterday, but we didn't have a show yesterday because of the encoder. So I'm glad you brought it up. Hey, Mike Greenberg, go screw yourself. Okay? He was like, I like the Roman numerals. Let's just call this Super Bowl L. What are you, a jackass? Super Bowl L. The hell out of here. Okay? I'm glad. Get rid of the What do we live in, Greece? No,
Yeah,
we live in America where they use American numbers like 50 and 25 and 1. They don't use I for 3. The hell's the matter with you? Or they don't use IX for 9. We say 9. The hell's the matter with you?
Oh my gosh.
Am I right? Sean, if I'm wrong, tell me.
You are right. I agree with you because people could just get a little bit confused thinking.
I have a hard.
What's the aim
Okay,
of that?
you know something? There are people who didn't go to college, and there are people that went to college who have a hard time figuring out the freaking Roman numerals for Jiminy Cricket's sakes. This is America. Put the freaking thing like they're doing now. You know what, Roger Goodell? For that move, and that move only, I'm taking you out of the being the VP of Moron Island.
That is a smart and accurate choice there, Jeff, because Roger Goodell finally did something, unlike all the rule changes that we've had to talk about the past few months.
Yes, he finally did something that was smart, and I hope they keep it out for the rest of them. I hope next year they don't go back to LI, because that's Super Bowl 51, isn't it?
Yes, Super Bowl 51.
Now let me ask you a question. What's easier to say, Super Bowl LI or Super Bowl 51?
Super Bowl 51.
Hey, Greenberg, scratch my ass.
If you had Greenberg on the show right now, he would debate with you easily on
I would
this
love
issue.
to debate with. Oh, speaking of Mike and Mike, okay, I have to say something. You're gonna, hey, Josh, Josh, Sean, all the listeners, for all you people who want to come and hang out in our chat room with us, head on over to Spreaker.com, Spreaker.com. If you don't have an account, get one. It's free. Come on over and hang out in Sports World Radio's chat room with us. Now listen to me. I was going to say something and went off and said that instead, and I shouldn't have because I forgot what I wanted to say. Dag nabbit. I forgot what I wanted to say. I'm going to have Sean remind me during the break. It was about Mike Greenberg and those guys, and I had something to say, and I missed it.
Oh, I was just laughing because Encyclopedia Man goes, how long has Jerry Jones been in Moron Island?
He's the secretary of TNA. I believe. If I remember correctly. We got a lot of presidents and a lot of vice presidents and a lot of secretaries of this and secretaries of that and, congressmen of this and congressmen of that, I'm just glad they got rid of it, and I hope they get rid of the Roman numerals forever. I hope.
The league has made
I remember what I
the
wanted
game,
to say.
which will take place February 7th, 2016 at Levy Stadium, the new home of the San Francisco 49ers. Both the national and regional level regional logo feature the number 50 in gold.
Good. I hope so. I want to see it like that. I remember what I wanted to say. On Mike and Mike this morning, they were having a Philly cheesesteak eating contest. Okay, for 4 hours. They do their show for 4 hours every day. For 4 hours, Mike Golick was going to eat a cheesesteak, eat as many cheesesteaks as he can, and Bubba, their engineer or the guy who just sits there, their stat guy, whoever, was challenging him. So they had 4 hours. They went off the air at 5 o'clock on my TV to bring in the French Open. Golick already had 3 of them down. Okay? So I sent in a tweet to the Mike and Mike show, to Golick, to their hashtag that said Philly cheesesteaks, okay, that they should have weighed themselves before they started eating the cheesesteaks, okay? And now I'm going to praise Mike Greenberg. And Sean's like, what? Before we go to break, because I know we're right at the break. Before we go to now, I'm going to praise Mike Greenberg really quick. My tweet that I sent to them was read on the air. Mike Greenberg said, from SportsWorldRadio, you guys should have weighed yourself before starting to eat. How about that? So SportsWorldRadio was mentioned on the Mike and Mike show this morning. We'll be right back after this quick break.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Home fires occur most often in winter. Keep anything that can catch fire at least 3 feet from heating equipment. And never use an oven to heat your home. Stay in the kitchen when frying, grilling, or broiling food. Turn space heaters off when you leave the room or go to bed. Make sure all vents are clear of snow and ice to allow carbon monoxide to vent outside. Have your furnace, heating system, and chimneys serviced each year by a qualified professional. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
What kind of person gets to work in the sunshine instead of an office? This kind of person. I am the new way to work. I do have an office. I'm just not chained to it. It's a Regis office at one of the nicest addresses in the city. I don't have a lease, so I don't have to budget for stuff like phones, IT guys, and artwork for the lobby. Instead, I pay one low monthly rate that gives me a beautiful lobby that impresses my clients, a friendly receptionist, a fully furnished office, a place to meet, and a place to brainstorm with my fellow new way to workers. We wonder why more people don't realize that the new way to work is the best way to work. I come here because I want to, not because I have to. I am the new way to work, and I'd like you to join me.
Start now and get 1 month free. Call 1-800-OFFICES or visit regis.com/TV.
Hey everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. That's right, the Sports World Radio that was mentioned on the Mike and Mike show earlier today. How about them apples? I was telling Sean during the break, that's the second time. Well, let me rephrase that. Last month in May, Sports World Radio was mentioned on the Mike and Mike Show. We were just mentioned on the Mike and Mike Show this morning. I'm going to try and get Sports World Radio mentioned on the Mike and Mike Show at least 2-3 times a month. Because I want to thank all the new Twitter followers that we have from the Mike and Mike Show. So thank you very much. And if you're listening, thank you very much. We do this show every day, Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. on the East, 3 p.m. on the West. And if you live in the Central,
They need to figure it out for themselves. I'm tired of explaining them.
oh, you're getting a little rude there. I kind of like it. So let me ask you a question. I know we haven't really talked much sports, and I know this is a sports show, but for all the new listeners, when are you going on vacation again?
I will be going on vacation this weekend.
Hey, guy's going on vacation. Guy gets a brand new job, works 3 days, and goes on vacation. Comes back, works yesterday, gets today off. Maybe he'll have to work tomorrow. Who knows? And then he's going on vacation again.
Well, it's family fun. You got to learn to have fun with the family.
Where you going? Where you going this time, you rat bastard?
Up to Kalispell, Montana.
What's that for? A reunion?
My nephew's graduation from high school.
Okay, did you just come back from a family reunion?
I came back from a wedding. Yes.
A wedding. So you got to see a lot of family, huh?
Yeah, and I did the chubby checker twist, so I'm a little tired from doing the twist.
You were doing. See, you opened up a whole new bag of worms right there. Now, I would like to see video. Hey, Josh, would you like to see video of that? Can you imagine those 16,000 chins just doing the twist?
The chubby checker twist? Oh, my gosh.
Holy freaking moly, Batman.
Yeah.
Now that I would like to see.
I want video. Yeah, and then look at Encyclopedia Man. Yes, yes, yes.
Somebody's got to have video of that, Sean. One of your relatives did an iPhone video of you doing the chubby checker twist. You got to go find that for me. That I need to see. Because, hey, Josh, can you just see those chins flapping around? Just flapping around.
The show. I was popular in Iowa.
You stole the show. So I'm sure the bride and groom were happy about that.
The bride and groom were.
Stole the. Hey, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Any cute babes at the wedding?
No, I did not. I just danced with my
cousin.
With my cousins.
With my cousin.
My second little cousin, and it was a really good time.
Okay. Okay. Hold the phone. Hold the phone.
Okay.
How old are you? 27?
I'm a young 27-year-old man.
You're a 27 single fertility strong man, correct?
Correctamundo.
And you went to a wedding?
I went to a wedding for my mom's side of the family.
And didn't pick up on a single broad at the wedding?
No, I was enjoying food
Are
and
you
cake,
freaking kidding me? The hell's the matter with you?
Look, I got another wedding coming up in August. Give me a break.
Oh,
my brother's getting married.
You're gonna take another vacation?
Yeah,
Hey,
in
baby.
August.
You're telling me you went to a wedding where women are fundamentally at a wedding with all these hormones going around, and if they're single, they're ready to be swooped on. There's no way that I do not go to a wedding and pick up a chick. I went to my friend's wedding several years ago, up about an hour and a half from where I live, so I drove up there and spent the weekend up there. And the lady hit on me. I didn't even have to do nothing. They were hitting on me. The hell's the matter with you?
I was focusing on sightseeing. I was doing sightseeing, and I was busy with other things too. Yeah.
What the hell's the matter with you? What did you write there, Josh, our producer? Showing 16,000 chins going up and down like the girl from Baywatch.
Encyclopedia man. That's not very nice.
Wow.
Just kidding.
Josh Lopez, our producer of Sports World Radio. Wow, that's great, Josh. I can't believe you went to a freaking wedding and you didn't pick up on any single broads.
Well, a lot of them had boyfriends.
Come on, not every broad there had a freaking boyfriend. You can't throw that boat at me. I don't care what you say. Can't throw that at me. There's no freaking way. You're listening to Sports World Radio on SportsWorldRadio.com.
24 minutes past the hour. The next story we get to. I know Jeff just missed me because he was
What do you
ready
mean
to
the
get
next?
at
What do
me
you
at
mean
any
the next
day.
story we get to? Have we gotten to one yet?
We have talked about the Super Bowl change to go to number
Oh
50
yeah.
instead of
Thank
the Roman
God
numeral.
for that.
Colin Kaepernick signed a 6-year deal with the San Francisco 49ers. The deal is worth more than $110 million.
Jesus criminy.
49ers believe they've got their future quarterback, and he has done very well.
They better hope
Kaepernick
so.
is.
They better hope so.
He's 21-8 as the starting quarterback for the 49ers. He'll receive a record $61 million in guaranteed money as part of his new 6-year deal.
Not bad. How much is guaranteed?
Guaranteed $61 million.
Criminy.
The deal ties Kaepernick to the 49ers to the 2020 season and puts him among the 10 highest-paid quarterbacks in the NFL. He was scheduled to have made a $1.73 million this season.
And he hasn't won a Super Bowl yet?
He's not won a Super Bowl yet, but he's won playoff games more than Tony Romo.
Why did I know you were going to say that? Why did I know you were going to say that? Huh?
Because I felt like that was
you know what,
good thing to
Josh?
point out.
You know what, Josh? I happen to agree with you.
He's overrated.
I think so. How long has he been a starting quarterback?
21-8 as a starting quarterback.
Okay, he's
since-
21-8.
What's
right?
it been? Since 2012, 2011?
Exactly. 2 years?
Yeah.
And he's getting all this money already?
Yes.
What happens when he starts falling on his face?
49ers will have to think about their second quarterback.
Now
their
I'm waiting.
backup.
Now I'm probably going to get all yelled at by all the 49er fans.
Yeah, 49er fans will say, Jeff, that can't be true. Kaepernick's our future. He's like the version of Steve Young or Joe Montana.
I don't think he is. Not yet. Not even close. You kidding me? He has a Super Bowl and people are putting him there already? What are you freaking people nuts? Hey, listen, for all you first-timers listening to this show, we tell it like it is. We don't beat around the bush. We tell it like it is. Especially Snowman.
Especially Snowman.
Yeah, he's overrated too. Now, come on. How the hell does he get that much money when he hasn't done really anything? He's only won some playoff games. Big freaking deal.
Well, you can talk with 49er.
Aren't you
ownership
supposed to
about
get that money after you win a Super Bowl?
I think so.
I mean, why they gave Tony Romo what he got, I don't understand either. He hasn't won nothing either.
Because, like I've always said, Jerry Jones believes he's got his future Hall of Fame quarterback in
Yeah.
Tony Romo.
Lots of luck with that. Wait till the guy goes down with a back problem. If his back hurts is half as bad as mine, he ain't playing. Okay? Because mine is killing me. I'm lucky to be sitting up right now.
The highest average value in the first 3 seasons. Here's the current quarterback contracts. Okay, Matt Ryan, $22.9 million.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Aaron Rodgers, $22.7 million.
Uh-huh.
Joe Flacco, and I know Jeff likes that name, Flacco.
Uh-huh.
$20.7 million.
Uh-huh.
Drew Brees, $20.3 million.
Uh-huh.
Peyton Manning, $19.3 million.
Okay.
And Tony Romo, $18.0 million.
Unfreaking believable.
Jay Cutler, same thing, $18.0 million.
Okay, now let me ask you a question. Out of all of those quarterbacks you just named, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many of them have a Super Bowl?
Let's see. Rodgers has one. Manning has one. Breeze, Flacco. 4 of them.
Does Tony Romo deserve $18 million a year when Eli Manning has 2 Super Bowls? And he's not even on that freaking list?
No, he doesn't.
Unstinking believable. Hey, Josh, go find out how much Eli Manning makes for me, please.
He
Per
crumbles
year.
under pressure worse than Tony Romo and Tom Brady.
Who?
Oh, gosh.
Who?
Encyclopedia man.
Who does? Kaepernick?
Yep, that's what he's saying.
I don't know about that. Not worse than Tony Romo. I think Tony Romo is the worst under pressure. I think if
Because he can't win the big games.
No, and I happen to think if they don't get Andy Dalton, they ain't gonna win crap. I think they have 2 quarterbacks on that team, right? 3 quarterbacks on that team, correct?
3 quarterbacks, and they're all in their 30s.
I say they trade freaking both of the backup quarterbacks for Andy Dalton. And let Andy Dalton fight out Tony Romo for the job.
Jerry Jones would beg to differ. He would say,
15.15?
Romo has won 1 playoff game, and Andy Dalton never wins a playoff game. So what's your point? That's what he'd say to you.
Okay, so so Eli Manning makes $15.15 million a year. $3 million less than Tony Romo. Tony Romo doesn't have a freaking Super Bowl. Manning's got 2 of them, and he's got 2 Super Bowl MVPs. Scratch my ass.
On that note, we have to run to commercial break.
SportsWorldRadio.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell stay at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think.
Synergistic integration.
Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Sean and I are cracking each other up during the break. You know something, Sean? One of these days, I'm going to figure out how to record the stuff that happens during the break and just make a freaking cool hour of it, you know?
That would be sweet.
Because these people have no idea what we talk about during the break.
They'll be like saying, what do those two talk about during commercial break?
Sometimes the break is better than the show. Sometimes, right?
Right.
Yeah, sometimes the break is better than the show, man. I hate to tell you people that. Sean and I crack each other up during the break. It's hysterical. I think it is. Right? Sean, what were we just talking about?
We were talking about the second hour of the show with bringing Ron Gallo in and how I told...
Yeah, no, well, yeah, and then really quickly we went to...
Before that, we were talking about Don Rickles.
Yeah, we were talking about Don Rickles. I told him he's got to go see the Don Rickles because Sean is he's an old school guy. He's a history guy. He's a history buff. He likes old school stuff. He was born 40 years too late, Sean. Even maybe 50 years, 60 years too late.
I'm only 27, but I enjoy history.
Yeah,
and sports
Sean's
history.
an old school guy, so I told him he's got to go see the Don. And Sean loves to laugh, so I told him to go see the Don Rickles guy. And then I turned my head and they're showing Colin Kaepernick, and I said, Colin Kaepernick signed a 6-year extension through 2020. I said, that son of a bitch ain't gonna make it. Didn't I? He ain't gonna make it. He can't make it through 2020 on that contract. Are you kidding me? That's why he's getting $61 million up front, because he knows he ain't making it through 2020. Get the hell out of here. Ain't no way. Ain't no way it's happening. So, yeah, sometimes the show on hold is better than the show on the show.
Another story. You ready to get to the next
I
one?
want to
Jeff?
go to the NBA because you said to me, because don't forget, in the second hour of today's show, it is Wednesday. In the second hour of today's show, we got Sports World Radio's own hockey guru coming in today, up there from Canada, Ron Gallo's coming in to talk all NHL. And with the NHL Stanley Cup starting tonight, that's going to be a lot of fun. So look forward to that in the second half of the show, the second hour of the show, because we do 2 hours every Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. on the East, 3 p.m. in the West. And if you live in the Central,
Figure that out for yourself.
yeah, he's tired of explaining it to you.
Our next story that we get to, we're going from the
Oh,
NFL
Sean.
to the NBA. The NBA Finals,
Sean.
they tip off tomorrow night.
Sean.
And, Jeff, here's a rematch.
Hey, Sean, while you were on vacation, me and Ron decided that you and Ron are going to take on Frank, Josh, and Nick in a West versus Central Time Zone Sports Challenge. Triple tag team style. 6-man tag team match. Me, you, and Ron on the West Coast. Those three schmageggies are the Central. You like that idea?
It is a nice idea.
Now we just got to find somebody to come up with the sports questions.
Find that out.
I'm working on it. It's gonna look at Josh. Central will win. Shut the heck up over there. Okay.
In the NBA, of course, here's a rematch of
Hey,
last year's
let me ask
NBA.
you a question. Who predicted the NBA Finals?
You did.
When did I do that?
It was about
Beginning
what are we
of the
gonna say,
season,
5,
right?
4 months ago.
Yeah, beginning of the season, wasn't it?
Yes, beginning of the season.
Oh, and what happened?
You were correct, and I was incorrect.
Again.
Master of predictions.
I evades me. Hey, let me ask you another. Well, I'll wait till that comes because I'm going to bust both your chops when he gets on the phone. You know I am because I was right about that too. And we'll get there when we get there.
Last year, as you all know, the NBA Finals went to the Miami Heat in a 7-game series against the San Antonio Spurs. A year later, they are back again.
Yeah,
This
but
is the rematch
Spurs,
the second time.
But Spurs have home court advantage this time.
This one's different. Yes, Spurs have home court advantage. I like the Spurs in this matchup, Jeff, and I know you
You're a
picked this
wuss.
as your team from the NBA elimination pick. San Antonio on a mission, and that is to beat Miami and get revenge against them.
Now, you
because
know-
they have not gotten over last year's finals.
that this series, if it goes 7 games, it starts tomorrow on the 5th. You know, if it goes 7 games, it will go to the 20th of June.
I hate that.
No. They had to do it this way. And I'm all, you know what, Sean? You're gonna say what? You are? And you're gonna freak out. I'm okay with it, Sean. And I'll tell you why. Okay? It's a long series. It's 7 games. They start on June 5th. If it goes 7, they end on Friday, June 20th. Okay? And the reason why is because they're doing the 2-2-1-1-1. So they gave him extra travel days.
And I'm glad the NBA did that, and they made that rule to go to 2-2-1-1-1.
Well, once they went back to that rule, you knew that, and it's right to give him the extra travel day. I like that. Okay? So they're playing. See, the problem I have here with the beginning of the season is they're playing on Thursday, and then they don't play again till Sunday, but there's no traveling. They're staying right there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a problem. And listen, they're doing a Thursday-Sunday deal. They want to get Sunday. Okay? But then they go to Miami. And they play the 8th, and then they don't play until the 10th. They got 1 day off there. And then they have 1 day off between the next game, which is fine because they're not traveling, is the 12th. And then from the 12th, they give them their 2 days off right there. They don't play till the 15th, but they only give them 1 day off between the next game and they're traveling. The last game is the 17th. They got to travel back to San Antonio, and they don't play again till the 20th. I'm okay with that because they're giving them an extra day there to make sure both teams are able to play the final game, which they should, because it's the final game and you want as many healthy people as you can, and they're giving them that shot. And I'm okay with that.
Jeff, the NBA Finals tipping off tomorrow. I've already got the picks right now. I got my pick made. Joshy, the Encyclopedia Man, he says he's going to go with the Spurs in 6 games. What's your prediction, Jeff? How many games do you see this NBA Finals going?
Okay. I'm going to... One, two... See, game 6 is now in Miami. I don't think San Antonio can win Game 5. I don't think they can win it in 5. I think they win Game 5. I say San Antonio wins in 7.
Spurs in 7 games.
Yeah. I'd like to see him do it in 5, but I don't think it's going to happen. I say 7.
I'm going to say, and I'm going to agree with the Encyclopedia Man, I'm going to go with the Spurs in 6 games. Spurs have
That's
to
in
do...
Miami. That's in Miami.
I think they can go in Miami and win, but what the Spurs have to do is something that they don't want to do, like with Indiana. What I'm getting at is because with the Pacers, I thought if they could protect their home court, they could beat Miami, and they didn't, and that's what hurt them the most with the Indiana Pacers. Spurs know they have to win both games. You realize if you get a split against the Miami Heat, that is trouble because then it's very tough to win in Miami.
Spurs win in 5. I'm changing my mind. Because I see San Antonio winning the first 2 games in San Antonio, winning 1 game in Miami, and coming back and winning it in San Antonio.
So Jeff has the Spurs in 5. I have Spurs in 6. Encyclopedia Man has Spurs in 6 games. What the Spurs want to do is they have to make sure that they can play tough defense against LeBron James, and you can't get him going because Indiana could not do it. And since we're talking a little bit about NBA, since now we got our picks, we'll talk more about this even for tomorrow's show, Jeff. We go to the Indiana Pacers. Larry Bird came out and said a few days ago, and I was actually in the mall in Iowa. I saw this, and he goes that Frank Vogel's job is safe, and he's going to be bringing him back next year.
Okay.
You were even saying that the Pacers would be likely firing Frank Vogel, but that didn't happen. This is our next story.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. They're keeping him and the whole staff. Why, I don't know, but they can't get past that 1 point. What'd they lose to Miami? 3 years in a row?
They have lost to Miami. This is the second straight year they've lost to him in the Eastern Conference Finals. Last year was 7 games. This year, 6 games.
They can't get past that hump. They need to do something, and if they don't do it, they're going to be right where they are next year. I'm going to say so.
After next year.
If they don't get past Miami next year, you might as well kiss Vogel's job goodbye.
Not just Miami, but I would say anybody in the playoffs. They lose a playoff series, like it'd be the quarterfinals or the second round, Vogel will be gone.
I think so. I totally think so. 100%. 100%. Hey, we're going to run to our first update of the day. That's right, our first sports update of the day. This update is brought to you by Keurig.com. For all your Keurig products, head on over to Keurig.com. Looking for a coffee machine? Need some coffee? Hey, you a tea drinker? Head on over to KeurigCoffeeMachines.com and get all your coffee and tea over there right now. Brewing perfection, 1 cup at a time. That's KeurigCoffeeMachines.com. Take it away, Sean Mann, with the first update of the day.
Thank you, Jeff, and thank you, everybody, for listening in. It's 45 minutes past the hour. It is Wednesday, June 4th, 2014. In Major League Baseball, here's what we got for the games tonight. One game going on in progress right now. It's the Pirates at the Padres. That game is scoreless at 0. It's the bottom of the first inning. Interleague play, one final today. The Mariners shut out the Braves by a score of 2-0. Back to the National League. Here are the games. Phillies at the Nationals, Giants at the Reds, Mets at Cubs, Diamondbacks at Rockies, and interleague play, it'll be the White Sox at the Dodgers. In the American League, Wednesday night baseball on ESPN will feature the Athletics at the Yankees. And here are other games. Red Sox at Indians, Blue Jays at Tigers, Marlins at the Rays, Orioles at the Rangers, Cardinals at the Royals, interleague play. Another interleague play game, the Brewers at the Twins. And the final game, it'll be the Angels at the Astros. In NHL, tonight's Stanley Cup final game, it'll be the Kings hosting the Rangers in the best-of-7 series between these two teams. In the NBA Finals, tomorrow night is Game 1. It'll be the rematch of last year's NBA Finals. It'll be the Heat taking on the Spurs. And that game and all the NBA Finals can be covered on ABC, home of the NBA Finals.
Boo.
NFL, here's the news. Colin Kaepernick signed a deal of $110 million to remain the starting quarterback of the San Francisco 49ers.
$110 million. What the hell are you going to do with that?
Buy himself a new house or a new car? I don't know. 6-year deal, so it's for $61 million guaranteed. He has been the starting quarterback of the 49ers going back to the 2012 season. He was a second-round draft pick from the University of Nevada from 2011. Super Bowl news. They're going to, in Super Bowl 50, the Roman numeral is gone. So you'll see number 50 instead of the Roman numeral. That is your update. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, "Is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us." And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too. Don't wait until it's too late.
Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Man, the update man, hanging out with us like we do each and every Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. on the West, 6 p.m. on the East, and if you live in the Central.
For you people who live in the Central, I'm tired of explaining it. Just figure that out yourself. It's not that hard.
I'm tired of explaining it. I'm tired of explaining it.
Tired of explaining it, yes.
You remember? I'm telling you, man, you're starting to get more Mexican than ever, man.
Who, me?
Yeah, I'm tired of explaining it.
Explain it, yes.
What the hell's the matter with you?
In other news, we get to the NBA, we stay with it.
Hey, you know who's in the
Fisher.
hey, hold on. You know who's in the room?
Yeah, I know who's in the room.
Who?
J-Man.
Well, that's not what you said when I said it. What did you say? When we were on hold, I'm telling you, sometimes the show, when we're on hold, is better than the show. I'm telling you. When we were on hold, we were talking, and I said, hey, you know who's in the room? And he goes, who? And I go, J-Man's in the room. And he goes, is that a friend of yours? Oh!
No,
I said, what do you...
Does everybody else have to know about... I'm sorry, J-Man.
I said, what do you... I said, what did I say to you? What did I say to you? I said I was going to tell on you when we get on the air, didn't I?
Think. That's kidding.
The hell's the matter with you?
I'm tired out from my trip from Iowa. What do you expect?
Iowa. The guy gets a job, works 2 days and goes on vacation, comes back, works another 2 days and goes on another vacation. What the hell? And, hey, you know what? J-Man's a perfect person to ask this because I know he would do it if he went to one. Hey, Jay, you're a single guy. You go to who is it? Your cousin's wedding there, Sean?
Yes.
You go to your cousin's wedding. You're a single guy. You're going to your cousin's wedding. Your parents are there. Who gives a flying hoot? You're 27 years old. You're a single guy. You're going to a wedding. I know Jay be drinking up a storm and picking up as many chicks as he can. Am I right or am I wrong, Jay?
Wow, you really bust that one out there, Jeff.
I'm telling you, listen, you're going to another wedding in August, my friend, right?
Yes, I am going to another wedding in August.
A family one?
A family one, and I might be wearing a tuxedo.
Ooh, if you're going to be in a tuxedo, that means you're in the wedding party, right? Okay.
Probably.
Okay, so, see, that's points right there, dude. That's points right there. You're a single guy. Look at it. See, look. Look at Jay. Wedding equals free drinks. Live it up. You're at a wedding. The first object, there's two. You're a single guy at a wedding. There's two objections. Two things you must do at a wedding. First one is to get drunk. The second one is to pick up a broad and have freaking fun. That's the only two objectives of the wedding. is to get hammered and pick up a broad and have some fun. Right?
Yes.
Okay, so your next wedding, you're going to be in a tuxedo. You know how many points that is? That makes it really easy to pick up a broad. You're in the wedding party, for Jiminy Cricket's sakes.
I will be very popular.
Exactamundo, my friend. What are you, Fonzie? Exactly. Okay? So therefore, you must put on the Sean charm and have yourself some cocktails. We know you know how to do that, Mr. Red White Wine Milk Boy. Have a couple of cocktails, get your freak on, pick up a broad, and get your double freak on. A wedding is an open invitation to get drunk and have fun. And I don't mean dancing and doing the twist. I mean having fun with a female person at the wedding.
Tuxedo's a rental. If you are the hot brunette that you are not related to, puke on it. You don't have to clean it.
Exactly. Don't worry about it. I want you to have hot, passionate, whatever you want. With a broad, you let her rip the tuxedo off of you. Yeah, it's not yours. Who gives a flying fig Newton?
Yeah.
Your objective at the next wedding that you go to, my friend, this is your mission, is to get drunk, pick up a broad, and go do your thing.
Well, couldn't we at least be a little bit sober?
No. And use your cell phone there to take pictures.
Oh yeah, that's the part you want.
No, because we need proof.
We need proof and we need evidence.
That's
right.
Yes. No, I didn't say evidence, did I?
No, you didn't say evidence,
Exactly.
but I was thinking that would be another word to use as evidence.
I said proof, not evidence. I want proof, not evidence. It's not like I'm going to go to a court of law with this. I need proof. Yes, Jay, we did miss you a lot.
We missed you, Jay. Yes.
How about them Bativa Bills? Yeah, those Bills are going to be leaving. You know what they're going to be called? They're going to be called the L.A. Bills. That's what they'll end up being called. So, yeah, that's your next mission at the next wedding you go to. How do you go to a wedding? The last wedding I went to, dude, I got drunk and the broads were hitting on me. I had my choice. Okay? It was great.
I'm sure it was.
It's great. That's what you got to do. A wedding is an open invitation to get drunk and have sex.
Good grief.
That's about as plain as I can say it.
Jeff is probably like saying, well, both your brothers are married, Sean, so you got to be next and find the
No,
right
I know, no, I
right?
didn't. No, I didn't say that.
I know you did, but I'm thinking you are thinking that.
No, I'm not thinking that. I'm thinking that the wedding is a great invitation to go pick up a broad and have some fun.
Oh,
that's what I'm thinking.
Blast and a whale of a time.
Hey, Jay, our show runs till 8 p.m. Eastern. We do 6 to 8 every Monday through Friday. 6 p.m. Eastern to 8 p.m. Eastern every Monday through Friday over there.
You can help the people out in the Central there, Jay, because I get tired of explaining.
Okay, so you're taking the Spurs, right?
Yes, San Antonio Spurs in 6 games. You got them in 7.
Now they're going to lose. No, I got them in 5. I changed my mind.
Yeah, you got it in 5 games.
I got them winning, but it doesn't really, I have them winning anyway. Hey, don't forget, coming up in the second hour of the show, which is in a couple of minutes, we're going to bring our good friend Ron Gallo in, and we're going to talk NHL hockey and some other stuff. With the NHL finals starting tonight, that should be a lot of fun, too. We haven't talked to him since last week. He co-hosted the whole show with me last week.
Did a good job.
Yeah, he did a really good job. In fact, we busted your chops for the first 15, 20 minutes.
Well, I get my chops busted. What did I do?
And you weren't even here when we were busting your chops.
Why bust my chops?
Because it's fun to bust your chops.
I'm used to it.
Yeah, it's fun. It's easy, It's the way the cookie crumbles. You know? It's just the way it is. Is he on Skype yet?
Ron
Nope.
is...
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. He's going to be late. That's his trademark. That's the way he rolls.
Then bust his chops. Why does everybody's busting my chops on these selfies but at least I took a very good profile picture.
Yeah, I kind of like that because you stepped away from the camera. And you're like 20,000 feet from the camera, which is great because we can't see your 16,000 chins. You know? The further the camera from you is better. The closer to the camera to you is not so good. The further away, the better. It's kind of like you got a face for radio. You know? That's what it's
very
kind of
true.
Like. Yeah. Hey, you're listening to Sports World Radio with Jeff Escow and Sean Mann, the Update Man. We'll be right back after this quick break.
Sports World Radio.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. We just heard from Ron Gallo. He said he's on his way 20 minutes. Man, am I going to bust his freaking chops. It's a good thing he didn't have to co-host. It's a good thing you were actually here today. You can imagine if he had a co-host?
Oh.
Be there in 20 minutes. Well, you're already a freaking hour late, dude. Oh, man, his chops are going to get busted so bad. So freaking bad. Okay, let's do a sports story before Rat Bastard gets here.
Our next sports story, we stay with the NBA. Derek Fisher's name has been making headlines. Could he be a Knicks head coach or could be the Lakers head coach?
That's a good question. I think he'll actually go more towards being the Knicks coach than the Lakers coach.
Phil Jackson, the connection there. Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, and I don't think he wants to deal. I don't know. I don't think the Lakers really want a coach like that. I think they want an experienced coach.
That is hard to find for an experienced coach. However, I think the Lakers are going to be a team that's going to be rebuilding still. I don't think their future is very bright right now.
No, it's not. And Kobe's what? Got 2 years left in his contract?
Got 2 years. Kobe's getting up there. He's 35 years old. You don't know how many years he has left, and then he'll probably be wanting to be an NBA head coach.
That's crazy right there. Man, it's getting hot in the studio. That's crazy right there. I don't think he's got the mentality for it. I don't.
Unless Jackson were to come out and just say that I'll come back and coach the Knicks.
How
You
about
couldn't rule that out.
How about the NBA fining Phil Jackson for just saying Derek Fisher's name while Derek Fisher was still in the playoffs? He didn't contact him, hadn't talked to him, just said, I'm thinking about it, talking to him about for the job, and he got fined $25,000 for saying that. That's pretty stupid. To me, that's not free. That's not tampering, is it?
That's nuts.
Because that's what they got him for, tampering. To me, that's not tampering. But he's supposed to make a decision pretty soon, Derek Fisher. So we'll see what happens with that.
Hope so.
You think he'll make a good coach?
That is hard to say. I'm not really precise if he will be a good coach.
And your reasoning?
Reason is because could he do a good job with the Knicks? Because that's going to be a tough environment for him to coach.
Well, I think he gets surrounded by really good ex-Phil Jackson assistants who know the system.
He'll know the system.
And
He'll
you
know
and you know damn well that Phil Jackson's going to be at every practice. He's not going to travel with them on the road, but he'll be with them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's going to be coaching. That's why he wants a new guy there, or his guy there, because he can coach through him. Phil Jackson doesn't want to go on airplanes and doesn't want to go on the road. I understand that.
Jackson's tired of traveling. It's just too much.
I get that. So, unless it's an East Coast trip, a short one, stay at home and let Derek Fisher run the road trips. You coach the home games and let him run the road trips. What's wrong with that? And then you watch the film afterwards. Have the film sent to you. You watch the film or you watch the game. You analyze it while you're watching the game. You can even get messages to Derek Fisher via text during the game, can't you? Or at halftime, right?
Right. Okay. With the videos, with the texting, and making sure that.
Why can't you do that, Phil? I got the whole problem solved right here in my freaking head. Why can't you do that? Does that sound crazy?
Sounds nuts.
Right? At halftime, you could text Derek, say, tell, do this, do that, do this. You're not. This is what's happening. This is what's going on. To counteract it, do this. Boom, boom, boom. Come on, man. And then something. And then during the playoffs, he could travel, right? Because the playoffs aren't bad because they do a 2-2, right? 1-1-1, so it's not that bad, right? I mean, he can handle that. He can handle that. Hey, on another note, do you know that the Miami Heat, up until right now, before they play this first game, they've played 82 playoff games in the Big Three era. meaning LeBron, Wade, and Bosh, right? They are 58-24. In the Big Three era, they played 82 playoff games. They are 58-24. And a regular NBA season is 82 games. So they've played a regular NBA season in just playoff games, those three already, together. And
That's nuts.
And they're 58-24.
This is their 4th trip to the NBA Finals.
They need to go down this year.
Need to. Remember, the last time they lost in the NBA Finals, that was in 2011 against the Mavericks.
Against Dallas. That's the last time, and they've won it every year since, right?
2012, they won 5 games against the Thunder.
And then
they won last year in 7 games against San Antonio.
Right. And this year it's San Antonio. Last year it was Miami with home court. This year it's San Antonio with home court. So it'll be different.
It'll be different, and we'll just see how well the Heat do against San Antonio. In the meeting in San Antonio, the Spurs thumped and crushed the Heat in that rematch of the NBA Finals last year. And so they have played twice. I don't know how they did in Miami, but we're going to see just how well the Spurs do. That's why I'm saying the Spurs need to win both games at home. Because if they don't, I think it'd be a big problem for the Spurs to go into Miami with the split.
Kawhi Leonard, man. Kawhi Leonard is going to have a tough person to guard. I believe he's going to guard LeBron. I believe he's going to guard LeBron. Hey, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
The Chicago Bulls team, and Josh, you'll like this. The Chicago Bulls team with Jordan, Pippen, and Horace Grant. What year was that?
That was...
Was that 92?
Let's see. The Bulls won it when they were there, 91, 92, and 93.
Yeah, that's the 3 years that he won it with Horace Grant, Scottie Pippen, and Michael Jordan, right?
And John Paxson.
And Paxson.
Bill Cartwright.
Right?
Right.
Okay. Could that team beat this Miami Heat team?
Yeah, they could.
You think so too, right?
I do believe they could because they would have had all the weapons to beat Miami.
See, I think, and you know me, I don't like either team. Not a Chicago Bulls fan, not a Miami Heat fan. But I do believe that Chicago Bulls team, the 1992, 93, 94 team, could beat this Miami team with their big three easily.
In a heartbeat. I could see it happen.
Yes, I do too. Mike and Mike don't think so. I think they're crazy.
I think they're nuts.
Yeah, I think it would happen easily.
I was kind of thinking about that too, Jeff, with the like some of the great Celtic teams or some of the great Laker teams, or maybe or the 76er team of 83 with Dr. J, Moses Malone.
Jordan will shut down LeBron James like you've never seen before.
Yeah, be like Larry Bird doing the same thing, shutting down James Magic Johnson doing the same thing.
Yeah, Jordan would shut him down. And Pippen would shut down Dwayne Wade. So who do you got left? Bosh? Cartwright will take care of him. You know, so I just happen to think the Bulls would freaking just beat them badly. My personal opinion. That's how I feel, and I know Josh would like that. I'd like to see that, but too bad we can't. It'd be pretty cool to see, right?
Cool and fantastic.
Yeah, but we cannot see it because that's old school and this is new school. What's your next topic for me, buddy?
The next story that we get to in Major League Baseball, we kind of have been avoiding this, but I figured it's something we ought to discuss. The Boston Red Sox and, of course, the Tampa Bay Rays, there has been bad blood between both teams. Daniel Workman got slapped with a 6-game suspension for hitting Tampa Bay Rays player.
Hey, you go on vacation and they go on a 10-game losing streak. You come back and they win freaking 8, 7 in a row? What the hell is that all about?
I would say up and down.
They're not very good, are they?
They are not very good. And the AL East, if you look at it right now,
They're
I'm not
second to
talking
last
too much
place.
about standings, but both, Jeff, you may just get your wish this year. I know that I'm not trying to get off this story. We can save it for tomorrow. But in the AL East, if you look at it, you may get your wish because the Blue Jays have been really impressive, being 35-24. And the Blue Jays, you got to remember, were kind of the favorites last year of going to the Fall Classic, and that didn't happen. They went 75-87. It's possible that both the Red Sox and Yankees don't make the playoffs, and you may just get that wish.
That'd be great. Because right now it doesn't look like it is, does it?
If the playoffs started today, both of them would be out.
Man, there's a lot of people at that game right now. Padres are playing your favorite baseball team, the Pittsburgh Pirates.
My favorite baseball team?
That's what
That'd
I
be
said.
Wes's favorite baseball team.
Yeah, that's who they're playing. They're playing a day game. 2-0 Padres. Bottom of the second.
Wes has been very quiet. You see very much
Well,
from
it's
him.
because they stink.
He'll show up if they're winning.
They're not going to win. They're, what are they, 7.5 games out?
Yeah, and remember Pirates were talking about how they revitalized the fans and they got all the fans.
Yeah, they revitalized them all right. They put them back to sleep. It's exactly what they did. You know, Wes is a big Pittsburgh Pirate fan. You don't hear him barking at all now, do you?
On that note, we have to run to commercial break.
Sports World Radio.
What kind of person gets to work in the sunshine instead of an office? This kind of person. I am the new way to work. I do have an office. I'm just not chained to it. It's a Regis office at one of the nicest addresses in the city. I don't have a lease, so I don't have to budget for stuff like phones, IT guys, and artwork for the lobby. Instead, I pay one low monthly rate that gives me a beautiful lobby that impresses my clients, a friendly receptionist, a fully furnished office, a place to meet, and a place to brainstorm with my fellow New Way to Workers. We wonder why more people don't realize that the new way to work is the best way to work. I come here because I want to, not because I have to. I am the new way to work, and I'd like you to join me.
Start now and get 1 month free. Call 1-800-OFFICES or visit regis.com/TV.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association's START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Hey everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. As promised, the Sports World Radio hockey guru, Ron Gallo, is with us. Hey, man, what's being so late?
Yeah, what's being so late there, Ron?
I thought I would take a little bit of a holiday.
A holiday? What's up?
Yeah, I've been doing 2 of these shows. I figured I'd probably get time off now.
What, are you taking a vacation?
No.
Oh, no!
Getting ready for a big couple of days on the showroom, so I had to buy some stuff. Anyways.
Who do you think you are, Sean?
Exactly.
Hey, leave me out of it. Just because I went on a big trip to Iowa, I had a blast.
Big trip to Iowa. You went to a wedding as a single guy. You didn't freaking get drunk or laid. What the hell's the matter with you?
I was having fun with family, and what do you expect?
That's just the short version. You missed it, Ron. I've been spent 45 minutes busting his chops.
I can only imagine. I know there's something with that because he tried to get into me right away. But, of course, he was just proving the old adage. Build it, and they will come. I see the picture of him standing at the Field of Dreams.
I told him I told him that's a great picture because it's a faraway picture. We don't get to see his 16,000 chins from that far away.
What the heck? I just wanted to be creative with pictures, that's all.
Great picture. I like that. Next time you take a selfie, you better look up to the sky so I don't see those chins.
What's the matter with the nice chins? They're very attractive. They look very, very good. And they, come on.
Did he just say, what's the matter with the nice chins?
Yeah, I said that. What's it to you?
Now he's admitting it, Ron. See, I knew he would see everything my way eventually. Okay, Ron, we got you in here. Hockey NHL Finals start tonight. Before we go any further, basketball starts tomorrow night. Real quick, what's your prediction for the NBA Finals?
You'd be a fool not to go with the Miami Heat.
Well, then I guess I'm a fool because I picked the Spurs.
I went with the Spurs, too.
So you're looking at two fools.
I guess we'll find out if I'm going to be eating crow because I'm going to say the Miami Heat three-peat.
Heat and what?
That would probably be...
Remember, it's 2-2-1-1-1.
Yeah, I'm going with 5.
See, I went with San Antonio in 5.
Why are you going to go with that doggone stinking Heat team in 5 games there, Ron?
Because a lot of times I make my picks based on the head rather than the heart. Sean, you are led around by the heart, big time.
There you go, Sean. He's right. Well, actually, Sean picked Oklahoma to get to the finals in the West.
Yeah, that's right, I did. And I lost to those Spurs, Jeff, because you picked San Antonio to go all the way to the finals.
I know. I was right again. Oh, and Ron?
Yep.
Who picked the finals for this finals, the NHL finals?
You went with New York and L.A.
Oh, my God, I got that one right, too. So you're telling me that I picked the NBA finals and the NHL finals correctly?
You have picked the final 4 out of those 2. You betcha, the final 2.
I'm a smart ass, ain't I? I'm a smart ass, ain't I?
You are, but you know what? That's all part and parcel. I mean, when you're right, you're right, and you make sure you let everybody know.
And not only that, dude, I picked the NBA finals at the beginning of the year, and I picked Miami and San Antonio.
You couldn't have picked that at the beginning of the year.
Ask Sean.
Yeah, he did. I'm a witness.
He was at the show.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah. Oh, that's me, Mr. Impressive.
Okay, so I'm saying you're going with L.A.
That's my new title, Mr. Impressive.
Mr. Impressive is going with the Los Angeles Kings in the NHL Stanley Cup Finals.
Sean, who do you think I'm going with?
I have no idea who Sean would go with because his heart is in Boston. New York comes out of the East. He probably hates any Eastern team.
He's rooting for the Kings.
So I think he's going to cheer for L.A. just out of spite.
Yeah, Sean, me. I'm picking the Kings to win the series in 6 games.
That game will be in New York.
And Game 6 will be in New York, as Jeff just mentioned, and the New York Rangers are going to hoist the Stanley Cup in front of the fans that pay way too much money for Stanley Cup final tickets.
It's going to cost you $2,000 just to get in there, ain't it?
So,
it's
Ron,
cheaper. It's cheaper for a New York Rangers fan to fly from the East Coast to the West Coast, buy tickets and a hotel, and take in both games in Los Angeles than it is for them to watch a single game in New York.
At the Garden.
So Ron, I'm taking it that you're going with the Rangers to win this series in how many games?
6.
Oh, Rangers in 6.
Okay, see, now, I have a quandary. Okay. I live out here in San Diego. We don't have a hockey team, so I watch the Kings, not a lot, but when I watch hockey, if they're on, I'll watch them if I'm in the mood to watch some hockey. Okay, I grew up in New York. I grew up an Islander fan. But you can't tell me I didn't watch any Ranger games growing up either. And didn't root for the Rangers if the Islanders didn't make the playoffs. Okay, I'm just saying. So I got a little bit of a quandary. I've
You
been
do
out.
have a little bit.
Yeah, I've been out here since 1986. Okay? Been out here a long time in San Diego. I was born and raised in New York until 1980, till July 4th, 1986. That's when I landed here in San Diego. Not landed here, but drove here. Actually got to my house here in San Diego, July 4th, 1986. So I've been here a while. But I think you're right, Ron. I think I'm going with the Kings because I am a big fan of Quick. Big fan of Quick.
You know, these two goaltenders are so evenly matched. It's almost unbelievable. Let's put it this way. One goaltender, you can tell me who you think it is, has 35 shutouts. The other goaltender has 36.
35 is Quick, 36 is Lindquist.
That's correct.
Yeah, you thought you were going to stump me on that, didn't you?
Save percentage. The
same.
It's virtually the same. 9.19 and 9.25.
Yeah, that's virtually the same.
So Jeff,
goals against average.
Goals
Hang
against.
Hang on, Sean. Goals against average. I'm trying to point out exactly how close these two goaltenders are.
I believe goals against average. I think it's what 1 point difference too.
Not even. It's one of them is 2.19. The other is 2.24. That's 0.05 of a difference.
How crazy is that?
It's insane. And they've both played the same number of playoff games. And not only that, not only their career, I'm talking the same playoff games virtually this playoff season.
21.
Everybody knows how many games do you need to win in order to hoist the championship trophy? It doesn't matter if it's NBA or if it's NHL. 16. So both teams have already won 12 games. Do you know how many games these teams have played?
21.
21 for LA, 20 for New York.
Correct. So you thought you were going to stump me on all that stuff, didn't you?
No. What I'm trying to point out is just how evenly matched these two teams are going to be in every facet, from the goaltenders to the defense to the scoring to their fatigue levels. We talked about this last year. If you remember, we talked about this last year when Chicago got into the playoffs, and I said that they got there the quickest. Watch out for them. And they ended up hoisting the Stanley Cup. I don't actually have that in my favor anymore. I can't pull out the intangible. So you know where the intangible comes in now, Jeff? It comes in the seventh man. It comes in the home ice advantage. LA has been troubled a little bit. Not a ton, but LA has been troubled a little bit on home ice. But if LA is to win this Stanley Cup Finals against the New York Rangers with the back and forth flights, the time change differences, it is going to be up to the Los Angeles Kings to win on home ice. And they've got to do that starting tonight. If LA is to win the Stanley Cup, they must win game number one. That puts New York immediately with their backs to the wall, having to try and figure out how to win Saturday night to steal home ice advantage. Now remember, New York did that in Montreal. They didn't just take the first game in Montreal. They took both games in Montreal and went back home with a 2-0 series lead.
And the only time the games are actually on NBC is on the weekend, right?
The Saturday game for sure is on NBC. And I don't know, I can't speak for Monday's game, but so it starts tonight.
Yeah, I believe I have to go watch it on the Versus channel.
Okay, so it starts tonight, and then it shifts to Saturday, and then it will shift across the country. And NBC is showing that they are airing Wednesday's game, which is tonight's game, Saturday's game, which is obviously game number 2 in Los Angeles. But where I don't quite understand what this means is it's saying that the NBC Sports Network is airing games 3 and 4 out of Madison Square Garden. So does that mean that it's going to be on a pay-per-view channel or something like that for you guys?
No, that's the Versus channel for me.
So you will still be able to get it south of the border free of charge if you have Versus.
Yeah, and Versus channels with your cable company. So if you have cable, you pretty much have the Versus channel.
Okay.
Finally. See, the Versus channel now is the NBC Sports channel. It's no longer Versus channel. It's the NBC Sports channel. But I continue to call it the Versus channel.
If one of these two teams, Sean, sweeps a week tonight, the Stanley Cup will be hoisted. The earliest it can be hoisted is June the 11th. If it goes to 5 games, we're talking Friday the 13th. If it goes 6 games, we're talking Monday the 16th. And the absolute latest that the Stanley Cup can be hoisted this year will be Wednesday, June 18th, 2 weeks from tonight.
Hey, breaking news. Breaking news. Just came across the AP about 20 minutes ago.
Okay.
Donald Sterling has agreed to sell the Clippers.
Yep, that just came across my phone, too.
He has agreed to sell the Clippers. Yeah, why not? You're selling it for $2 billion, you jackass.
Sterling has made an agreement with the NBA to resolve all their differences, and as co-owner has given his consent to a deal that was negotiated by his wife, Shelley, to sell the team, said the attorney Maxwell
Belcher.
I guess that's Belcher.
Yeah, I'm reading the same thing you are, word for word. Yeah, Maxwell Belcher, yeah. So he was suing the NBA in federal court last week, alleging that the NBA violated his constitutional rights by relying on information from an illegal recording. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. So he's rescinded all that, and he's canceled the hearing and all that, and agreed to sell it. Why not? $2 billion. You know his wife talked him into it. You know that. You know that, right?
Well, somebody, PR person, somebody close to him, whether it's the former wife or whether it was somebody else, but he stands to make a lot of money. I'm not sure if you know this or not, but the Microsoft CEO, Steve Ballmer, is the person who's reported as going to be putting $2 billion up. I mean, I can't think of another franchise in North America that's gone for that kind of money. In Europe, there's a soccer team that was up for sale for that much. I just don't know if it ever sold.
Hey, let's run to our final update of the day. This update is also brought to you by Keurig Coffee Machines. For all your Keurig Coffee Machine needs, head on over to KeurigCoffeeMachines.com. You're looking for coffee? You need some tea? You even need a coffee machine? Head on over to KeurigCoffeeMachines.com. Brewing perfection, one cup at a time. That's KeurigCoffeeMachines.com. Take it away, Sean Mann, with the last update of the day.
Final update for Sports World Radio. We are at 31 minutes past the hour, the second hour of Sports World Radio. In the National Hockey League, the Stanley Cup Finals begin tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 5 p.m. Pacific on NBC. It'll be the New York Rangers taking on the Los Angeles Kings. In the NBA, tomorrow night it will be the San Antonio Spurs, who are representing the Western Conference. They will host the team that is representing the Eastern Conference, the two-time defending NBA champion Miami Heat. The Spurs will have home court advantage. That game starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 6 p.m. Pacific. And ABC, of course, is home of the NBA Finals. In Major League Baseball, here's what we got going on right now. In the American League right now, it is the A's and the Yankees. Right now, that game is tied at 0. That game can be seen on ESPN. The Blue Jays and the Tigers are tied at 1. That's the top half of the second inning. The Rays up 2-1 against the Marlins in interleague play. The Orioles at the Rangers. Cardinals at the Royals. Brewers at the Twins interleague play. Angels at the Astros. And a game in a rain delay, that's the Red Sox and the Indians in a rain delay. A final today, the Mariners shut out the Braves 2-0 in interleague play. Other games, 2-0 Padres over the Pirates, bottom of the third inning in San Diego, California.
Yeah, I'm watching that game right now.
Phillies at the Nationals. That game is tied at 0, top second. Bottom of the first inning, it's 0-0 between the Giants and the Reds. Other games we got coming up, the Mets at the Cubs, Diamondbacks at the Rockies, and interleague play, it'll be the White Sox taking on the Dodgers. In the National Football League, Colin Kaepernick signed a $110 million contract. It's worth 6 years and $61 million guaranteed. And other NFL news, get the L out. The Roman numeral is over with for the NFL, so when Super Bowl 50 comes up, you'll see the number 50 instead of the Roman numeral.
Did you just make a funny? Get the L out?
That's what it says from the NFL. One of the big headlines, get the L out.
That's like get the F out.
Other way around, Jeff. Yeah, get the L out. The NFL goes to Super Bowl 50.
Shut the front door.
We will run to commercial break.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell stay at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think. Synergistic integration. Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Sack of beans, Andrew McCutcheon. Now it's 2-1 Padres. Hit a solo home run. Yeah, why don't you put that ball right down the freaking middle for him next time? Unbelievable. Wow. Unbelievable. All right, Jeff Eskow, Sean Mann, and sitting with us for the second hour of Wednesday's show every Wednesday, Ron Gallo, the hockey guru of Sports World Radio. Big hockey game tonight, Ron. You're watching it for sure, right?
Yeah, I'm already watching the pre-show. Definitely, I'm still cracking down some numbers and some stats and trying to find where there's going to be an opportunity for the other team to take advantage. And these two teams are really, really close in every aspect of the game. And it wouldn't surprise me, as I did pick in the Western Conference Final for that series to go 7 in favor of LA. It wouldn't surprise me to see this one go the distance and come down to a nail-biter 7th game.
Yeah, it probably will come down to a 7th game, but you know something, it's kind of funny. Normally the saying is you play a 7th game with the Kings, it's Quicks. But you play a 7th game with Lundqvist, it's his. So here we go.
Yeah, no, exactly. And you're talking about the two key factors with these two teams. Jonathan Quick is the goaltender for the Los Angeles Kings, and Henrik Lundqvist is the goaltender for the New York Rangers. Lundqvist has done almost everything. I'm not sure if you knew this, but he's a guitarist in a Swedish rock band.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was on Fallon the other night there, and he was playing his guitar. Jonathan Quick just kind of gets the job done quietly. He'll give you something and he'll take it away. But I was just looking at some of his numbers in this 2014 playoffs, and he does have two weaknesses. For some reason, he's a little weak on the far backhands, on the blocker side, and he's also a little weak over the catching hand's shoulder. That's where most of the shots are going in on Jonathan Quick. Henrik Lundqvist, you have to be perfect to beat him. It's going to be really, really tough for the Los Angeles Kings. The bonus that LA is going to have is that they have a tendency of getting more shots and they get more goals because of it. The New York Rangers win quietly. They don't win with great big blowout games. So we'll see if the New York Rangers can play LA style. New York can win this. If the Los Angeles Kings stick to their game plan and keep moving forward and putting on the pressure, they will be the ones that get through. But I still say the key to this entire series rests on tonight's game. The New York Rangers had one extra day of rest. Make that 2 extra days of rest, but they did have to leave New York 2 days early so that they could kind of climatize themselves for the time change. We'll see if playing on the West Coast time frame of 5 p.m. translate truthfully to them playing 8 p.m. on the East Coast time zone. We'll see how that all factors, because time is going to be about the only thing that makes a difference between these two teams. There's so many other things that are so close, Jeff.
Hey, remember when we were on hold, I said I Sports World Radio was mentioned somewhere this morning?
Yeah, actually, where was that?
Mike and Mike show this morning. Sports World Radio was mentioned on the Mike and Mike show this morning.
That's awesome. They took a break from the NHL to mention you.
No, what they did was they were having a Philly cheesesteak eating contest between the two guys. A 4-hour Philly cheesesteak eating contest between Mike Golick and one of the producers over there, Bubba. And I sent in a tweet saying from Sports World Radio's Twitter account, follow us over there on Twitter/Sports World Radio, saying that they should have weighed themselves before they started to find out how much they gained after they ate as many as they did. So they mentioned Mike Greenberg. Mike Greenberg said, we got a tweet from Sports World Radio saying you guys should have weighed yourself before you started eating. They're like, that was a great idea. We should have done that. So we got a mention on Mike and Mike this morning in May. And last month in June, they mentioned Sports World Radio again. Because, I watch that show all the time, and I tweet them all the time. So every once in a while, they mention our tweets on there. And we picked up a whole bunch of new Twitter followers on our Twitter account from that. So that's great.
That's awesome.
How about that? So I thought you'd like to hear about that. Now
that is awesome.
Now really back to hockey now. So you're taking the Rangers, right?
I am taking the Rangers. There's, 2 years ago, if you would have asked me to pick and lay any money down on the New York Rangers, I would have probably thrown up a little bit in my mouth. The New York Rangers are not my favorite team, without question. There's just something about the team this year that it makes it easy for a fan to watch until they show Mark Messier. As soon as they show him, I hate the New York Rangers again. But as long as it's the New York Rangers, the modern-day New York Rangers, they seem to have so many things in place for them. They have some key players. They have some hurdles that they've overcome. They've had heartstrings that you can pull on, and they've had the goaltenders and the defensemen and the forwards to provide the success that they require to get to this level. The New York Rangers were a team in disarray a year ago when the coach John Tortorella was fired. Nobody knew what was going to be happening. There was players that wanted out. Alain Vigneault became the head coach of the New York Rangers, and things started to turn around, and it took a while. I'm not sure if you know this or not, but on October the 17th, the Los Angeles Kings hosted the New York Rangers in their first meeting of the season, and it was a 3-1 win by New York. A month later in November, the two teams met at Madison Square Gardens, and it was a 1-0 win by the Los Angeles Kings. So, you know what? Home ice means nothing either. These two games that were played early on in the season were two teams that were still looking to find themselves in the regular season. These two teams have done exactly that. And I heard it yesterday in one of the press conferences with the New York Rangers. If you have a reason to doubt yourself being here, then get out of the dressing room. There's no dead weight. Everybody's going to step up and play their game to their fullest here, and that's what playing in the championship is all about, Jeff.
Yeah, let me ask you a quick question. Who's Gretzky for?
I think Gretzky's going for Los Angeles. I mean, the reason why I say that is because his home is in Seven Oaks. It's not very far from Los Angeles. It's he is seen down there a lot. He was seen in Chicago cheering on the Los Angeles Kings. He does have ties to the New York Rangers. He's still good friends with Mark Messier, to the best of my knowledge. And so, you know what? That one's tough because these are two teams that he's suited up for.
Yeah, I know. He suited up for both of them. That's one of the questions why I asked the question, because he played for both teams.
I'm rooting for LA.
I think so, too. Does he still have anything to do with the Coyotes?
No, he's officially done with that. He stepped aside from that, and he was working with Hockey Canada. We expect him to resurface here soon, but he's not going to be surfacing as a coach or anything like that. He's probably going to end up taking a role, something similar to what Mark Messier does with New York, and that's really just lending his name to the team. And Messier is considered to be a great leader. Myself personally, I mean, I've got my own stories about him. And I'm not going to get into them right now, but for me, Mark Messier has lost all of my respect for him as a person. He has tons of respect in New York, and for that, you know what? Fair deal. He's found himself a home in New York, even though he's turned his back on much of the rest of the hockey world, and he shows his support for the New York Rangers. He wears that New York Rangers jersey with pride, and he wears a heart that bleeds red, white, and blue, the colors of the New York Rangers.
And he's Canadian, ain't he?
He is Canadian.
How about them apples right there? Hey, we got to run to our final break of the day. You're listening to Sports World Radio.
Sports World Radio.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, "Is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us." And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too. Don't wait until it's too late.
Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, and Ron Gallo sitting in with us like he does each and every Wednesday. Just notified me and told us he won't be here next Wednesday. He actually has to work his day job. So
congrats.
We'll give him the day off. Guy can't handle once a week. How you phase me?
I might have to shoot you a text and just kind of give you up to date on what's happening in the Stanley Cup Finals, but I figure this is going to go longer than 4 games, so there's not much to cover next Wednesday.
Okay, here, you're a hockey guy. How many times during both finals will they be playing on the same day?
The NBA and the NHL?
Yes.
Well, someone's going to have to pull out the NBA schedule for me. But
I have the NBA schedule.
Okay, so if you have the NBA schedule.
I have the NBA Finals schedule. Yes, I do.
That's what we're comparing. So we're looking at Wednesday, Saturday, Monday.
Okay, hold on. Tomorrow and Sunday for the first 2 games of NBA.
So no overlap there.
Right. When's game 3 for NHL?
Monday.
Game 3 is Tuesday.
Wednesday.
Thursday.
Friday.
Sunday.
Monday.
Tuesday.
Wednesday. And we're done on the Wednesday.
And we're done on the Friday. No overlap whatsoever.
Not this year.
That's smart.
It has happened, though, has it not, Jeff?
Yes, it has, and I yelled at Gary Bettman for it. He finally got it right.
He heard you.
Thank God somebody's listening to me.
Jeff's favorite commissioner, Getman.
And you know what we did, Ron, to let you know? We took Roger Goodell, the commissioner of the NFL. We removed him as VP of Moron Island. For what he has done on removing the Roman numerals from the Super Bowl.
Oh, whoa. Back up for a sec there.
Yes.
You don't like seeing the 50, the 5-0?
Yes, I want the 5-0. I don't want the L.
Oh, okay. So this is a good thing that he lost his title.
No, yes, it's a good thing he lost it. We took his VP of Moron Island away from him because he did a good thing. He wasn't a moron.
Okay.
So he's no longer the VP of Moron Island. He's like, the treasury of TNA or something.
Although this is the last year that it would have been a big deal because it would have only been 2 letters.
No, it's 1 letter this year. It's L.
Oh, right. So it would have, loser. It would have only been the 1 letter.
Yeah, that's why. And Sean did in his update, he said the NFL. What did you say, Sean?
It said get the L out.
Get the L out. I that's kind of like saying get the F out.
Well, no, just get the hell out.
and you know something? This is America. We don't live in Greece where they use Roman numerals. Super Bowl I. How easy is it to say Super Bowl tree, you jackasses?
Yeah, no, and I've never quite understood the Roman numerals when it came to the NFL. This goes back to my other thing though with the baseball. Why is it called the World Series?
Because it's played in America.
Well, it's not the world.
It's our national pastime.
It's not played.
Again, it's national, not worldly pastime.
Exactly. It should be called the National Baseball Series. Because that's what it is, right?
Exactly.
Or it should be called the American League versus the National League Series.
In the United States.
Of the United States.
No, I'm just saying, in the United States, I cannot think of another organization.
How about the United States Baseball Series?
That uses Roman numerals as a distinguishing mark.
NFL.
Besides the NFL, I cannot think of another one.
No, they're the only jackasses that did it. And he took it out because he's smart, because you don't want to see an L in there. You want to see 50, right? What are you going to get next year? L-I?
Okay, well, wait a sec. I've got a peanut gallery that's listening in here, and they just yelled out WrestleMania.
WrestleMania is sports entertainment. It's not a professional sport.
I wasn't going with just sports though. I couldn't think of another organization that uses Roman numerals.
WrestleMania does it.
I've been corrected. It's WrestleMania.
WWE does do it. Yes, you are. I'm surprised Josh didn't say something about that. What the hell's the matter with you, Josh?
Come on, Josh. Got to keep me honest here.
No, you are. The peanut gallery in your house is absolutely correct. So 1 point for the people in Canada.
And by the way, On Canadian pregame show for the Stanley Cup Finals, game number 1, Wayne Gretzky is talking with Ron McLean right now.
Too bad you can't listen to it. Doesn't that suck?
I can kind of catch it, but he is talking lots about the Los Angeles Kings, so I'm thinking that supports my claim that he's cheering for LA.
Yeah, I would think so too, right? He came the closest in winning the cup with the Kings or the Rangers.
He came the closest with the Kings. He played with them when they lost to the Montreal Canadiens.
Correct. He never made it when he played for the Rangers, correct?
I want to say he did not win it with New York because that was in '94. Mark Messier won it.
Right. That was the year after he left, correct?
I believe that was the year after.
After Gretzky left, they won the Stanley Cup, correct? I believe it was because I remember laughing my ass off. Gretzky leaves and the Rangers win the Stanley Cup.
You want to know what I remember about that particular Stanley Cup?
What?
The celebrations were kind of lost because on the West Coast, O.J. Simpson was seen driving away in his white Bronco.
Was that night?
That was the
in
same
'94.
night.
That was the year the Rangers and the Knicks went to the finals.
It was the year the Rangers and the Knicks were playing in the finals.
Yeah, right. And somebody on the West Coast stole all their thunder.
And the freaking Knicks were playing that night. I believe they were in Houston that night. And then all of a sudden you got 2 TVs on one TV. You got the Bronco going down the freeway and you got the game on. I'm like, get rid of the Bronco. Put the game on the full screen, bitches. I remember that. That was, how many times has that happened where both teams, like the Rangers and the Knicks, were playing in their respective championships?
Okay. I don't think it's happened very often, but I mean, it's only going to happen in a major market like New York or Los Angeles. By the way, I haven't talked about that yet. Gary Bettman has been cracking champagne here for the last week.
Yeah, he's happy as hell.
He could not be happier with the 2 teams that are meeting for the Stanley Cup Finals.
Yeah, he covers both coasts. He has to be happy, right?
The 2 major media outlets, one from the East Coast and one from the West, because you can only have an eastbound team and a westbound team. So to have the 2 major markets from those 2 areas going against each other for the Stanley Cup Finals.
Got to be happy, man.
That's huge for Gary Bettman.
You think he'd be as happy if it was Chicago?
He would not be nearly as happy because he'll lose out on over half the country.
Yeah, he would lose the whole West Coast if it was Chicago and the Rangers. Now pretty much he's got the whole United States.
Exactly. Now I need to clarify Wayne Gretzky. He was still playing hockey when Mark Messier hoisted the Stanley Cup. Wayne Gretzky was still with Los Angeles in '94.
Oh, okay.
In the 95-96 season, Wayne Gretzky played 1 year, only 18 games with the St. Louis Blues, and then he ended up with the New York Rangers for 3 seasons. But, of course, those 3 seasons were a little bit dry for the New York Rangers.
Okay, so it was after they hoisted the Cup in '94.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Mark Messier, in '94, that was the year that he guaranteed that 1 win over the New Jersey Devils,
Ranger
and that
fans
was the turning point.
Outside. Where the hell is that? That's got to be in Times Square in New York.
What you're watching right now?
Yeah, they were showing all these Ranger fans sitting outside on Times Square in New York with a big screen TV. They're watching the game out there.
If it's outside, it's Times Square. I mean, every team does that in the NHL. They always book an outdoor facility or sometimes an indoor facility as well.
Yeah, that's pretty. I would rather watch the game at my house.
Unlike Vancouver fans who had to protest the loss against the Bruins in 7 games.
Oh, those are not hockey fans, Sean. Come on, give me a break. Just like we could go back to the PK Subban thing that just happened a couple of weeks ago. Do I need to refresh your memory? Were those Boston Bruin fans?
Oh, Jesus.
Seriously, Sean, were those Boston Bruin fans? Absolutely not.
Guy goes on vacation, doesn't get his Boston Bruins to the finals. He's pissed.
Of course I'm still upset about it. That was a tough loss for me. That was the first night of my life.
Why bring up that when you know damn well that those are not sports fans that are doing this?
So the only sports gear you have out right now is the Boston Red Sox gear, correct?
Yes, my Bruins gear is put away until middle or late September, and I got Patriots ready in a couple months.
When do you bring out the Patriots gear?
I got $50 that says the Toronto Blue Jays will make it, and the Red Sox will not.
I told them the same thing at the beginning of the season.
That's baloney. That's BS. Anything can happen in a pennant race. It's not over till the last man is out.
I actually told them that the Boston Red Sox and the Yankees won't make the playoffs this year.
It looks like that because both aren't playing very well right now.
And they're going to keep it up that way.
That's
you
not
just
fair.
keep wearing
That's
those
not
Red Sox.
It won't be fair. Then there won't be anything fun to watch for baseball.
When do you break out your New England Patriots gear?
Around middle or late August.
I was going to say, it's not very long now. I mean, training camp's about to start up.
Let me ask you a question. Do you do it for the preseason games, or do you wait until the first regular season game?
I will wait until the first regular season game because I don't really care about the exhibition games.
So will you do it that Sunday, the first game, or the Saturday before?
Sunday, the first game.
Sunday, the first game, you put all your gear out.
Heck yeah.
Jesus criminy. Unbelievable. Can you imagine doing that crap there, Ron?
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, before we run out of time, Sean, how many games back are the Boston Red Sox to the Toronto Blue Jays?
7.5.
7.5.
Except the Blue Jays are losing now. Good.
Is it still 7? Is it still 7.5, Sean?
It is
yes,
7.5.
And I do not like it. I hate it.
I love it.
And the Yankees are 5 games back.
Yeah, Yankees are
2.5 up on Boston.
That's right. Yankees are better than Boston right now.
Ha ha ha! Very funny.
And with that, we'll end our show.
And there you go. Hey, I want to thank Ron. Way to go, Ron. I kind of like that. I want to thank.
Terrible.
That was great. I want to thank Ron Gallo for coming in and hanging out with us. Sean Mann, of course. I'm Jeff Escow. This has been Sports World Radio. Remember, you only have one life to live. Live it long, live it strong, and live it proud. And please don't forget, life may suck, but the alternative is unacceptable. Peace out, everybody. We will see you tomorrow. Later.
Don't say it, Sean.
Goodbye.
Hey, boys, Stimpy. We sure had fun today, kid. So long, kids. Come on, Stimpy, say goodbye.
Where are we going?
The show's over. See you next time.
Next time? When's that?
Pretty soon. Don't worry.
Pretty soon? How long is that?
In a little while, man.
Goodbye, folks. Goodbye, folks.